Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Craft Parenting Podcast. Podcast about two Cincinnati craft beer lovers with a parenting problem.
And the parenting problem is our peanut gallery today.
Say hello, peanut gallery.
Hi. Okay, and that is the end of the peanut gallery. So this is day 0 of the Beervent beer box from Higher Gravity. This is our 3rd year in a row doing this, and we are about to have a conversation with our peanut gallery to remind them what the rules were for being a peanut gallery today.
Yeah.
No gnarly gnomes here today.
What's a peanut gallery?
People who listen quietly, a peanut gallery, are people who listen quietly and do not interrupt a show as it is going on. That is exactly what a peanut gallery is.
And I am putting us into a certain category. We are in the fake butt podcast category. Because we are family friendly. I am drinking sparkling water with lemon.
And I am bringing a big ol' sack. Whip out my big sack for our podcast day. I'm going to put this back in the corner. Joe doesn't know what this is about, but he is going to slowly figure out as this episode goes on what is in the mystery sack.
I know what it is. It's a cup that's a lantern.
I don't know. We'll have to find out. So
I just saw it.
as I said earlier, this is our 3rd year in a row of doing the Higher Gravity Beervent box, and we are super excited. I am going to read their description off their website, but I'm feeling a little bit parched, so I think I'm going to get a drink.
Mama, is the peanut gallery allowed to talk?
Yes, you guys are allowed to talk to each other. It's a light up light drink cup.
Oh, why?
Why not? I'm totally going to put one of the beers in this. At least one of the beers in this cup. And drink it through a straw. I mean, I will drink it in a traditional cup first, or I'll take like a sip out of your cup. But I am totally drinking one out of the light. There's one for all of us. So all 4 of us have a light up
And this
cup.
is just straight vodka, right?
It is just straight vodka.
It is not straight vodka.
There's gin in there too. It's water. So every year, our team puts together the most killer advent calendar designed for adults, the Beervent calendar. Unfortunately, they are all sold out now. So you didn't get one. Sorry, not sorry. Order one in July next year, and you'll be guaranteed to get one. The Beervent calendar features 25 different beers, 1 craft beer for each day, starting on December 1st all the way through Christmas Day. Each day you get to pop a tab and be surprised with something new. The beers are all different styles. Last year, the box featured 22 different styles of beer, and there were very different styles of beer. It was lots of fun, especially if you want to try to taste different beers without committing to a 6-pack. In addition, this calendar generally features at least 10 completely unique beers that you won't find anywhere else in the Cincinnati market. Those beers are either collaborations with local breweries that we brew specifically for the Beervent calendars, or special orders from out-of-state/city breweries that won't hit shelves anywhere else in the city. Of everything we do around the shop, this is one of the things we are most proud of. Because of that, we wanted to share a little extra insight into the amount of time and effort that goes into these beauties. I'm starting to have some issues seeing this. I think I'm going to need something to help me see this a little bit better. That's better.
Someone went to the dollar store.
This is totally better. This helps out a lot. So we start planning the Beervent calendars in June each year. Why, you may ask? Because it's necessary for customers to get the best experience and value. That planning involves the following: making a list of all the styles/substyles that we want to focus on, This list even includes us looking at different daily holidays or themes within the month to pair a style/beer name/adjunct with the day. Yes, we are that detailed when making this. For example, we may have given a lump of, quote, coal in the past on St. Nick Day, which, who was it? Lily totally, it was for Zoe. So Zoe accidentally ate something of Lily's, or purposely, because it's Zoe, we don't really know. And Lily said that we needed to get coal for Zoe to put in her stocking. Like she specifically said, we needed coal for Zoe. So they also have to talk to their distributor and brewery reps to see what beers will be on the production schedules. And they meet with local breweries to determine if a unique collaboration beer can be brewed. Once beers are selected and collaborations are lined up, our team schedules dates for delivery and goes to the collaboration breweries to brew the special beers. Along with these special beers, we work directly with the breweries to come up with beer names. We would like to argue that this is the hardest part of brewing a beer. I mean, it really is. Label art and a recipe design. So in the past, they had an Epicurean, from Urban Artifact, they had an Epicurean coal variety. My tongue's having some issues. You know, this might be because my ears are a little cold.
Oh, maybe.
And we need to do something about that. Here you go.
Is this part of the surprise, Lily?
That's better. My ears feel a lot better now. So pre-packing. Before packing day, which used to be the Monday after Thanksgiving, but after some feedback, we have decided to pack all of these before Thanksgiving so customers can pick up before the holiday. Well, yeah, and like the Monday after Thanksgiving this year is December 2nd, which is 2 days into Beervent. We might have to pause. So eventually Joe will be back. So fortunately they moved it to the Monday before Thanksgiving because, yeah, December 2nd is the Monday after Thanksgiving this year. I think this is the latest that Thanksgiving can be like ever this year. It's crazy. So the first step is making boxes. All of these boxes are made locally and shipped to us flat. So our team assembles each box, including the inserts and lids. And I'm sure now they don't assemble all of them because we turned in our box. So I'm assuming they just have a warehouse, like they have a storage unit that these just live in pre-boxed, and then they slowly bring them all to the store. Making the boxes usually takes at least 40, quote, man hours that we spread over a couple of weeks. And they receive and prep the beers that come in. And then as beers come in, they are generally packaged together in pack techs, which are like the little plastic 6-pack holders, or in cardboard boxes. So all of those have to be removed because you're not putting a 6-pack in a box. You're putting a beer in a box. So removing those is a tedious, mind-numbing process where we get lots of podcast and self-reflection time in our storage facility. I am sure there's a ton of podcast time. And that counts for another 40 or more, quote, man hours. So packing and pickup days. Packing day is not a day for the weak of body or mind. It is a grueling day-long marathon where we create somewhat of an assembly line of these spectacular libations that we hope you will enjoy. Each box weighs approximately 30 pounds, so we all get our workout in for the week, in addition to all of the great paper cuts and dry hands from the never-ending stacks of cardboard. Oh man, my hands are getting dry just thinking about it. We are so happy to do it all for you, though, because we love getting to see everyone's reactions and feedback. Mm-hmm. So pickup was the week before Thanksgiving. Joe may or may not have been a peanut gallery on Truth, Beer, and Consequences on their most recent episode as of this recording. And I'm looking forward to listening to that episode because I got some of the highlights of it, and it sounds like it's going to be pretty good.
What are the highlights?
That you're Freddy Krueger, and that's about all that I know at the moment.
I didn't say a whole lot.
You didn't.
And I did listen to it, and a lot of it was inappropriate because of another Peanut Gallery member. So it didn't make the free version. It made the
Patreon cut.
I made the After Dark version.
Ah, okay. So this is my favorite question on their FAQ. So I'm going to read my favorite on their FAQ, and then I'll go to some of the stuff that we know about this year specifically. Will this beer fit in my fridge? Well, how big is your fridge? We do get asked a lot how to keep these things cold and what is the best way to approach storage. If you've got enough room in your fridge, then more power to you. we do not have enough room in our fridge for the box. It's pretty big. If you're like most of us, don't worry. We make sure that every beer going into the box is, quote, shelf stable. That means the beers aren't going to explode in the box if you leave them at room temperature. Our favorite method is leave the Beervent calendar under your tree. We can't do that, but we can put it on our counter. Open your tab each morning to see what you get. Toss that beauty in the fridge. Once the clock hits 5 or noon or 10 a.m., we won't judge. Open the fridge and crack that bad boy open. They're very not judgy people, which is nice. So that is everything from their website that is probably pertinent. So this year, we know at least 7 of the breweries that are going to be in it and have specific Beervent flavors. But, my neck's getting a little cold, so I think we need to take care of that first.
Is there more?
There's no place like Nome.
I see. See what she did there? I don't know if they can see.
I don't know if you can tell. There's gnomes on this garland. Are you feeling festive, Joe?
So festive.
You didn't think I was going to get this unhinged in the first episode, did you?
I did not.
Is it fun?
Well, there's 25 of these, so I don't know where you can go after this.
We're going to figure it out together. It's going to be lots of fun. So this year, 7 of the specific beers that they have are going to be from Esoteric, Narrow Path, Northern Row, Street Side, Urban Artifact, Wandering Monsters, and West Side Beside. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And what they're doing special this year is they have extra packs from each of these breweries for sale, but they're only going to sell them to people who purchase the calendar. So the day they come out of the calendar, we email them and say, hey, I would like to buy a 6-pack of this or a 4-pack, because some of them are 4-packs. And then they're going to email you for an invoice. And once you pay it, they're going to hold the beers for you. So if we want more of the West Side Beside, we have to email them the morning of that day, and we can get an extra 6-pack of the beer, which is nifty.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So that's pretty much like everything like generic about the box. Because what's in the box? We do not know yet. Last year we cheated and we recorded this like after we had recorded 2 days of Beervent, I think. This year we did not. We haven't cheated yet. Excuse me.
I do know what the first day is.
What?
I'm not going to say it though.
Good. So, what's going to be interesting this year is my hope is that we're all going to get the same exact beers. Because last year there was that one brewery where they had 2 different blue cans and they accidentally mixed up some of the beer. So we got like a way nicer beer than what half people that got a Beervent box got. So that was fun. Like Julia from Truth Beer and Consequences is awesome. Let's see here. She posts in Cincinnati Craft Beer Club and 513 Craft Beer Group. Her Beervent parody songs where she will come up with a song about that day or the beer or all of the above. That's like, hey, I took Green Day's Time of Your Life and rewrote the lyrics to match Beervent for the day. It's really fun. But so last year she posted hers for that day and it was like 2 days after we had recorded our episode. And I was like, that's not what beer we got. And then Jason was like, whoops-a-doodle. Apparently somebody didn't notice that the blues were slightly different colors and you guys got a different box. You got a different can. I will fill that up in 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Our peanut gallery is very peanut gallery. This is fun. It's a little itchy, but it is keeping me nice and warm. And I kept this color themed. You're all in red stuff and I'm all in green stuff.
Oh,
So see, it looks good on camera.
it does.
So I'm excited for all the specialty beers, like the box specific ones, because those are always usually really interesting and a lot of fun.
The one that stands out to me last year was Westside's California Common.
Yeah.
It's not like a hard beer or anything like that. It's not like overly adjuncted or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like super drinkable and easygoing, and sometimes between all the porters and stuff and crisp,
It's okay, girlfriend.
sometimes you just need like that kind of beer style.
Yeah, a beer flavored beer. What is interesting is I think it was either like the year before we got a Beervent box or like 2 or 3 years before we got a Beervent box. One of them was a Miller Lite, and they haven't done anything that extreme since. And it's really nice because we can try a lot of different flavors of beer without having to like worry about drinking more than half a beer if we don't like it, just because it's not a style that is for us. But I haven't had a bad beer in these boxes yet.
No,
They've all been delicious.
and even if it's like an IPA, which I'm not a super huge fan of, like I only get half. So
Yeah.
it's something that I can try. It's low risk enough. Even if I got this by myself, it's low risk enough where I can just drink.
Yeah.
I don't have to. I can try something new.
We're going to have to wrap this up.
All right.
I don't know how long this is. We've been recording for 26 minutes.
Well, I'm
least-
gonna have to chop it down. So
Yeah.
quite a bit. Please sit down. Thank you. So this is the Craft Parenting Podcast, a podcast about two Cincinnati craft beer lovers with a parenting problem. If you enjoyed this episode, please give
let
us-
us know if we need to just make it chaos all the time.
If you like this episode, please make sure you
Slam that like button, smash subscribe, ring that notification bell on the tube of views, and 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcatcher of choice. We are at Craft Parenting Podcasts on all major social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, etc.
That's right. And I'm at Craft Parenting Joe on Instagram.
And I am at Caroline Creates Crafts. A happy Beervent season to you. And we've got 25 more of these to record.
That's right.
That's going to be fun.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.